Hi everyone. We put Trouble Steven, merci. Sorry for the delay. I got my coffee. Hello and welcome. So, hi Jackie, even if you're not with us. Hope everything goes well. Hi Anna. Bonjour Steven. Who's next? I'm Mary Lou. Hello Randy. Hi Sharon. Hello Carol. Hi Janella. Hi Robin. Hi Gina. So I guess everybody can hear me properly. Yeah, coffee. Coffee. Good for my throat when I talk too much. So, trying something new today. I'm having Steven in my ear, right here. You can see. So if I go out of shot, I forget to change my scenery, he's going to yell at me. So don't worry if I smile. It's okay. We're trying this week. So hello and welcome to everyone. My name is Katia. I'm a French Canadian, and I teach needle tatting in live stream like this. I also teach shuttle tatting, but in person, where I'm from and where I'm from in my community. So I'm trying to teach you and show you the difference and those old or difficulty we're having when we compare our tatting, needle tatting with the shuttle tatting. I'm Mavis. So today we're going to look on tension, and I'm going to give you some tips, tricks, how to word, what to look for, and why needle tatting. People say it's not the same thing like shuttle. I'm going to show you some example. We'll be doing a medallion. I'm going to give you that later on. Hi, Mary. So hopefully you're going to learn something, and we're going to start shortly. Give me a few seconds. I'm going to go in the down shot. I got two piece, okay, in variegated color, and both of those are done in shuttle. I'm going to do the one in needle with you all because you're going to be able to do the medallion with me. I'm going to take the time to do the full medallion with you today. Okay? So let's go in the down shot. Can you see those little simple there? Is it close enough or you want me to go in another shot? Let's go in. Okay. This is the medallion. It's not finished, as you can see. Okay. Bit closer. Okay. Let's go in the zoom spot. Let me place it so you can see. And that's not, yeah, okay. That's better. Here's two. Both of them are done with shuttle. Okay. So one is done with, whoops, focus here. One's done with self-close markering with the shuttle. This one and this one. This one is done normally. Hi, Karen. It's fine. Um, you're lucky it's warm. Hi, Carol Best. So, yeah, like I'm saying, one is done. Let me stop shaking and I'll don't get seasick. I'm just going to whoops. Wrong button. Wrong side. Okay. Sorry. The one with the dark color, this one is done with self-close markering with the shuttle. Okay. The other one, it's the normal ring and join and chain for the shuttle. Okay. As you can see, there's not much of difference except at one point. I'm going to take my needle. Hopefully, and you see between both chain here, and let me turn this one properly, and the chain here. Can you see the dip? Because I'm zooming so much, I'm kind of lagging, but I want you to see the difference here where both chains are going. Okay? Any one of you can see the difference between them? I'll wait a little bit. And while I wait, if you force you to answer if you see the difference, I'm going to talk in French. Quand on travaille à l'aiguille, il y a une différence au niveau des chaînes. Les deux projets ici ont été faits à la navette. Celui-ci, le plus foncé, a été fait avec des fausses anneaux, qu'on appelle en anglais des self-close mark rings. Et l'autre a été fait avec anneaux normal pour la navette, pour la navette et des chaînes normales. OK? Je demande si vous avez la possibilité de voir la différence au niveau des chaînes ici. Celui-là est fait avec des anneaux normaux, le traditionnel à la navette, et celui le plus foncé est fait avec les self-close mark rings ou les fausses anneaux. Je voulais savoir, est-ce qu'il y en a qui voyaient une différence? So I got some answer. I just kind of resaid in French what I explained to you in English. Okay, just so you don't get worried. I'm just going back and forth in both language to help those French people understand needle tatting. So Anna's saying on the pink, the double stitch are bigger, on the others smaller. Actually, they're both the same, Anna. The reason why we think of that, it's an optical illusion because of the colors. Color does do a lot more difference than when you work with a solid color thread. Sharon said, color flows better on the self-close motif. You're right. It's continuously, okay? Um, and it doesn't break like you're saying, Sharon. No, both of those projects are shuttle tatted. I'm going to do the needle one with you all shortly. Okay. But I want you to see the difference when it's both techniques. Okay. The dark color, this one, the self-closed mock ring, is exactly the one that we would do with the needle when we work with ring and chains. Okay. This one, the lighter one, oops, let me pull it. This one, the lighter one, is done with normal rings for shuttle tatters and chain. So basically for needle tatter, that would be true rings and chains. Yes, it can be done. I'm not going to show it today. Okay, but yes, it can be done. I just want you to see that the chain doesn't lay in the same way. Let me try to do this and focus. Can you see the dip between both of the chains? See the dip here? Can you all see that? Okay, I'm going to take that one, the first one, this one is normal, okay, for shuttle tack. This one is the self-closed mock ring. Can you see? Let me try like this. Can you see the difference? It's not the same dip. Let me try to put them together so you can see. Can you see both? In the self-closed mock ring, the darker one, as you can see the chain, I'm missing one hand. Uh, if you see the chain, it's kind of coming towards you. It doesn't lay as flat as the other one. That is normal. Okay. Many times when we work needle, what we compare our techniques is with the one that usually use normal ring, well, shuttle tather, their normal ring and chain. We try to compare this to the self-closed mock ring one. Okay. But we need to be careful because it's two techniques and it's going to not work the same way or have the same visual at the end. So that's what I want to talk today. And we're going to work our tension and understand how to do that. Stephen saying the end seems to overlap on the self-closed mock ring and point the ring in the true right. Yeah, that's what I wanted you all to see. So I'm going to do a recap in French version. Le motif plus foncé, quand on regarde les chaînes, on voit que les chaînes ne sortent pas de la même manière que ceux, l'autre motif qui est fait avec des vrais anneaux et des chaînes. Okay? C'est une technique et souvent on compare notre travail à l'aiguille versus un travail à la navette. Mais on n'utilise pas la même technique. Fait qu'on ne peut pas avoir le même fini à la fin. On va travailler la tension, puis comment arriver à un beau fini à la fin. Okay? So everybody's ready to start working on the project? You can say no. So let's go in the down shot. And many of you uh, seems to like the way I show patterns, and I do that. But I did the plus this time. So I'm going to go in the down shot, not the zoom one, because that's not going to work for me today.
I'm just doing it to try and get a bomb.
So got your blue that everybody seems to love. Going to grab my needle, at least one of it. Oh, the other side. So I have my thread, I have my needle, got my scissors, and I got my pico gauge. I know you might not see it. Let me see if I can find one that you can see. Yeah, I'm going to take the wooden one. Okay. I'm going to show you the terms for today. It's going to be on the bottom left. Everyone can see that? And I'll show you the full sample on the other side. Don't worry, it won't stay there. It's just to let you know that we're going to make 6 ring and 6 chain. So you can screenshot that because I won't leave that all the way in. Les termes ici qui sont à ma gauche sont en anglais pour tous ceux qui sont français. Oui, les termes existent en français, mais on a un manque de termes à un certain moment donné pour expliquer les techniques en anglais. Donc, c'est important et je suggère fortement, même si vous êtes en français, d'apprendre les termes en anglais. OK? Un picot reste un picot. Un joint reste un joint, unir. Close, c'est fermer. Donc, apprendre juste les petits termes va vous aider et vous faciliter à comprendre les patrons en anglais. Okay? So, everybody, you used to that. Like I said, the pico, I give the gauge size, meaning the width of the pico needed to do the size of the pico. I don't know which size of thread you're going to work with. When I teach, so you can see, I use size 3 thread. But if you want to use the size 10, you won't use the same pico gauge as I will because it will not look the same. Okay? So, got the medallion up there. I'm going to close that and go row by row. That the sample, you all know it. So let me sample row 1 up here. Okay. So, well, let's start by one of the questions that many people ask me. How much thread do I need to do the motif or the sample or the pattern? That depends on everybody's tension. Nobody touches the same way, and nobody has the same tension. So, and when you start with a pattern written like I showed you, it's hard to define the amount of thread needed. But when we work off the ball and our normal ring, which is the self-closed mock ring for shuttle tatter, For us, it's the normal ring. Okay. I usually go with about an inch for a ring and and an inch for a chain, so about 2 inch. Okay, you're going to have a lot of thread at the end, but that's the amount I usually try to keep on my needle. Okay, so let me thread the needle. Am I still too far for you to see what I do? So let me know if you want me to zoom in. Zoom. I'm going to have a fun with my word. Zoom in by saying zoom in or closer. Give me a few seconds. Sorry about that. It was supposed to rain today, well, all week, and actually today it's sunny outside. So I'm going to take about for this project uh 24-inch. So my ruler, I usually calculate from the tip of my needle. That's one, and that's two. That's 24-inch. Because I'm using a bigger thread, the Pico God size is the same as I usually do. It's the width of 4 double stitch. Sharon. Okay. Merci, Stephen. So I'm going to go a bit more because my thread is really, sorry to say that, thick. Not to say fuck, but thick. So I'll double that for me. Okay. I'm going to pinch. So let me try. Going to pinch like this. My ball thread is here. My thread for my needle is here. I'm going to pinch this on the needle. Okay. And we're going to make 4 double stitch for the first ring. So when you wrap or you do your stitch, make sure when you glide it, it doesn't have a space. Make it snug. Tight it a little bit. Okay. That's the first half. Going to do the same thing with the second. We need, let me just so you can see a bit better. Going to go that. I'm going to go in the zoom. Okay. So you can see what I mean by tightening being snug. Okay. So let's me move on the other way. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a bit more. It's going to be laggy. It's normal because the more I zoom in, the laggier it gets. Okay. I'm going to do another one. Okay. You know the movement. Look when let me pull the loop or the first stitch. I tied it. Everybody saw that? Let me do the second one. Okay, you're going to see it coming. Okay. Okay. So I tied it tight, snug on the needle. and pull it snug to the other double stitch. Everybody saw that? Please let me know you got that. Okay?
I just see a warm up.
One more time. Loop, snug it on the needle, and I need to snug it close to the last double stitch. Okay? Let me finish this one. Again, snug on the needle and snug to the last double stitch done. Remember I showed you, let me go back here, that when you pull your double stitch apart, the space between each of them should be exactly the same. That is how you get your tension. By, like I said, you snug your thread on the needle, okay? And you snug it close on the other double stitch. Not under, but beside. Again, snug it close on the needle and snug it close to the last double stitch. Okay? There's one tip. I'm going to do a picot. Going to show you again. Hopefully you won't get stuck. When I hold my picot, I usually put my finger under the needle, put the picot gauge over, and I'm going to hold it with my thumb over the needle. Yes, it's going to be flimsy and it's going to go upside down, but that's okay. Okay, you just need to hold it. Going to do again the first half that I'm going to snug on the needle. Let me get it there. And then I'm going to snug it close, even tightly on the picot gauge. So when I stop holding it, it stays there. There's no more tension there. And you can see that the picot gauge is still there. Okay? Then I'm going to do again the second half. Snug to the needle and snug to the first half. Okay? Then when it's done, take the gauge off, the picot gauge off, and close. Okay? If everybody understood that, I'm going to do it again for the other part in French. Then I'm going to go back in the normal down shut, okay? We'll be working a lot on and off with the zoom and the normal down shut, okay? En français, quand on veut une tension, le truc, c'est on fait notre premier mouvement, puis on s'assure de bien coller la boucle sur l'aiguille. Puis quand on tire la boucle vers le double nœud, désolé, on la colle aussi sur le dernier double nœud qu'on a fait. OK? Même chose encore, je vais faire le deuxième mouvement. La boucle, je la mets vraiment bien collée. Puis je viens la coller. OK? Quand j'enseigne en français, j'ai une expression où pour expliquer ce qu'il faut faire. Quand on fait notre boucle, il faut la coller sur l'aiguille. OK? Comme si on prendrait quelqu'un dans nos bras. Puis après ça, on vient coller le double nœud ou la moitié du double nœud sur les autres, comme ça, il ferait un gros câlin. Il ne faut pas étouffer la personne. pour juste faire un beau câlin. OK? Faire encore. Coller et on descend. OK? En faisant ça comme ça, on est bien les collants, l'espace entre chaque double nœud devrait être égal partout. C'est ce qui fait qu'à l'aiguille, notre tension est adéquate. C'est comme ça qu'on est capable de voir si notre tension est belle ou pas. OK? OK, je vais finir le quatrième double nœud. On va le faire un petit peu plus vite cette fois-là. Quand je fais un picot, je prends le gabarit à picot. Je pose mon aiguille sur mon doigt, je mets le gabarit par-dessus, je pince, je passe le fil sur le dessus. Et quand je viens, oups, je suis un peu loin de mon profil, comme on dirait. OK? Je viens coller mon aiguille. Oups, je viens coller mon double nœud. Je vais essayer de revenir en focus. OK? Sur l'aiguille, mais je viens le coller aussi. Puis là, je vais serrer un petit peu plus pour être sûr que si je lance mon gabarit, le gabarit soit capable de tenir tout ça. Ça, je vais compléter. Je vais faire le deuxième double nœud. Puis je suis capable d'enlever le gabarit pour être capable de tout. So I'll go back and, well, no, I'll stay there. Okay, just going to zoom out a bit. Don't get sick, please. So I got one double stitch, so I need 4 more. That's 1. Okay. Okay, going to show you. So basically that's how it should look on your needle. Okay. I'm just going to place my ball thread somewhere else because it's in the way. Usually when you're working, try keeping your ball of thread on your left if you're a right-handed person, and on your right if you're a left-handed person. Donc, un coup que l'anneau est fait, les double nœuds pour faire l'anneau sont faits, c'est supposé de ressembler à ça. J'expliquais que la balle de fil, la garder à sa gauche si on fait de la frivolité de la main droite, et la tenir à la droite si on fait de la frivolité de la main gauche. Okay? So, let's close that ring. Okay? So again, I pinch on the top. Okay? Remember in the last class, I told you to put the thread between your ring finger and your pinky. That's going to help you prevent all of the thread coming up and bulking. Okay? Like this. Okay? When this happens, you just take your finger, untangle it. I froze, did I? Too fast. Okay? Well, I'm going to show it again in the other ring. Don't worry. Okay? I'm going to just okay. So note to myself, when I'm in the Zoom, I really need to go slow. So hopefully I won't talk as slow as I move. So take the needle. Let me have my needle, okay? You can see the loop on my pinky. Going to take the needle from behind and grab the loop and pass the needle from behind towards me. Okay? Quand c'est le temps de fermer notre anneau, on prend l'aiguille, on passe de l'arrière vers l'avant. D'où la raison pourquoi que la loupe est tournée autour de notre petit doigt. Okay? So, let me pull the thread. Okay. When I'm here, okay, what I usually do is I close the loop before pulling all the thread. Okay, so I'm going to pull the loop. Okay, you see it pulling? Can you see it? The loop disappeared inside of the first double stitch that we made. It's basically disappeared. When that's done, what you do is then, and you pull the thread, but don't pull it like behind, pull it towards you. Okay, if you pull it like this, it's going to come straight. If you pull it on the other side, you're going to open your loop, and you don't want to do that. Okay, because if you open the loop, your ring will not look good. Okay, so pull the thread in front. Okay. Pour ceux qui écoutent en français, quand on ferme la loupe au premier, c'est par où commencer. Après ça, quand on ferme l'anneau complet, on tire le fil vers nous et non vers l'extérieur parce que la petite loupe a été cachée à l'intérieur du premier double nœud. C'est ce qu'il faut. Okay? So I'm closing the loop. Okay? As you can see, we got our ring. And the pattern that's not there anymore, is it? No, it's not. It says to close the ring. We just close the ring. But there's another step to do when we close a ring. Okay? We need to make sure the ring looks like a ring because that doesn't look like a ring. Okay? So what you do is you're going to pinch your ring between your thumb and your finger, and then you're going to start pulling on the back, okay, to tighten it better. And when you do that, you can pull until the elasticity of the thread, it's going to tell you when to stop, okay? Because all thread has some elasticity. Can you see it kind of stretch a bit? So when you close your ring, you make sure that it's more like a feeling, but you're going to sense it, the thread kind of, and its elasticity, and it's going to give you a better ring, like this.
I'm not complaining.
Okay? Quand on ferme l'anneau complètement, on pince l'anneau entre notre pouce puis notre doigt. Puis quand on tire, il y a une certaine élasticité à l'intérieur du fil. Fait qu'on est capable de tirer jusqu'à temps que cette élasticité-là nous montre plus capable. OK? Et ça nous donne des anneaux vraiment plus belles. Is there any more question? Well, is there any question? So when that's done, we have the turning word. Turn is a word that why I use the term turn is because in needle tatting we turn our word. Okay, But if you have any patterns, you might see reverse work. It's the same thing for needle tatter, but we need to understand that for us, reversing work means turning our work. Okay, so if I turn my work, let me grab this. Okay, if I turn my work, there's going, oops, there's going to be a little loop or crossing of thread. Okay, what I do, because that's the shoelace trick, is I take my needle, pass it on the thread under towards. Yes, with time you're going to do it a lot faster, but okay. But for the meantime, try it like this, and it should look something like this. Okay. Ceux en français, let me undo this. Pour ceux en français, quand on a fermé l'anneau puis qu'ils nous disent de tourner, on tourne le travail comme une page de livre, ça nous donne une petite boucle ou un croisement de fil ici. On prend notre aiguille, on passe sous le fil, okay, puis on tire. Sorry about that. Ce qui fait que notre croisement, c'est exactement comme un nœud de lacet. When that's done, we pull it, but we need to pull it tight and flat, meaning there's a thread going on the side following the ring and the other one on the other one. Okay. Yeah. So we're in the down shot, normal, because it seems that something happened. Not sure if something was, you missed something, but let's talk about the shoelace trick for a moment. Let me grab my, when Marie-Eve has a daughter, and when I asked her to bring me a pair of shoes when she was little. Hopefully you can see this. Can you? Yes, this is looks weird. Okay, I agree. But when we're doing our work, okay, everybody knows how to do a shoelace trick, right? I have a green one and a blue one. Hopefully you're going to be able to see that. Okay? We need to bring it so it lays normally. So there's one going one side and the other one other side, so that the knot here lays flat. Can you all see this?
They have been used. They have yet to get a single pip out of them.
If it goes, if you do your shoelace trick and like this, okay?
And besides, even if I did have Vada and
the next element's going to twist. That's why I'm using the shoe. It's bigger. So if it's like this, your thread are going the opposite way or in this direction instead of this, or just slightly like this, the next element is going to twist. So we really need to be careful of doing it so it's perpendicularly. Okay. So make sure it's flat. Pour ceux en français, quand on fait le nœud de lacet, on fait notre boucle, il faut s'assurer que les fils restent perpendiculaires, chaque côté, qui tombe flat, qu'il n'y a pas de twist. Parce que si on le fait comme ça, notre chaîne après ou nos éléments après vont être portés à twister ou à tordre, puis c'est pas beau. Puis c'est difficile d'essayer après de replacer l'élément pour que ça tombe bien. Is there any question about the shoelace tip? So, I'm going to do it like this. Guess I'm kind of maybe, let me try to zoom a little bit. Don't get sick. Am I closer? Yeah, kind of. Okay. So I'm going to taking my ring and placing the needle in the middle of the ring. Okay. Let's go again in the zoom view. Let me place myself. Okay. When we start the other element for the chain, I take the needle, I place it in the middle of the ring. I got the ball thread on the left side and the needle thread on the right side. Okay. So let's do the double stitch. Again, snug to the needle, and you need to bring it snug and very, very close at the bottom of the ring. Okay? Doing the second one again. When the first double stitch is done, I can let go. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you something. Okay? Let me grab another needle. Okay. Hopefully I'm back. Can you see there's a thread there? Kind of a gap. Can you see it? Can you see the small gap there? Hi, Marsha. Thanks for being here. That gap is not supposed to be there. Okay? So we actually need to be careful when we do our first double stitch. Pour ceux en français, quand on fait notre double nœud, il faut vraiment venir les porter très, très proches. Il y a un petit gap ici qu'on ne devrait pas avoir. Donc, il faut vraiment porter attention que notre premier double nœud soit en sa position pour empêcher ce gap-là. Okay? So, let me show you my trick. I'm going to pull this off. Okay? Placing my double stitch again, my shoelace trick. Okay? So, it lays flat. Tight it. Okay? Again, in the middle. Okay? First off, snug, like I said, on the needle, and you want to bring it kind of over the ring. Did you see what? Can you see it? It's over. going to do the second half. Because when I'm going to let go of the ring, when it's going to take its position, look, it's going, no gap. There's no gap there. Everybody saw that? Ceux en français, dans le milieu, je fais mon premier mouvement. Je le fais snug sur l'aiguille. Puis j'essaie de venir le porter au-dessus, à la base, au-dessus. Okay? Faire le deuxième mouvement. Quand je vais lâcher l'anneau, il n'y a pas de gap. Okay? So, the chain is simple. Everybody should be able to do this. It's 6 double stitch. Yeah, I need to go slow because every one of you is going to be sick. So, that's 5. Next one, 6. Okay. I'm going to place picot gauge over first off. Okay. And I wish nobody gets sick today. So that's the okay. So I have my chain. En français, on fait les doubles nœuds sur l'aiguille avec le fil de barre. So, closing the chain now. Again, I pinch the last double stitch that I did. I bring the thread needle or the needle between my fingers, and I'm just going to gently pull, okay, on the needle to get the double stitch off. But I need to be careful to hold, to pinch. I pinch the last double stitch and I try to have the ring and hold it in my pinch. Okay. So when I do that and I pull all of the thread inside, let me try to, there. Okay. By holding the ring, when I'm going to get my pinky out of the way, okay, there you go. The ring didn't twist. The chain didn't twist. And if I put it down, oops, you're not seeing anything. So it doesn't twist and it lays flat. Okay? That's some stuff that I learned with time. Sorry. Seems that I've frozen. Everybody, did I? I'm still there. Okay. Can you see? Everything lays flat. Pour ceux qui sont pour en français, la manière de fermer, étant donné que je tiens l'anneau en même temps que tout, je passe tous les doubles nœuds de l'aiguille. Ce qu'on fait, c'est qu'on tient, on tire et tout va rester en place. L'anneau ne sera pas porté, il va vouloir tourner. Donc, plus facile. Any questions so far? Quoi t'as dit? J'ai pas compris. Yes, I'm still there. Let me try this. Hi. It's so much zoom in and it's so much slow that I have the impression that I'm freezing a lot. So, so there's no question. Huh? So, uh, you're not having any question. So, maybe later, let's go to the other part and let's go to the downshot. I'll go back with the zoom. We're going to work a lot with the zoom because I really want you to see up close uh, how the thread works and how you can manage to work your thread and achieve a really good project. Okay. Oh, Marsha, just watch. You're going to get there. Okay. So let's go back to down shot. I'm going to place plus. I'm speaking French English right now, worse than just going to French and English. Hopefully, when I talk in French, some of you does not dislike this, but I need to take care of those who are French, and I want them to learn as much as you guys do. Okay, so let's go in the down shot. So basically, we did the first ring and the first chain. Okay. When I finish working, okay, it says after the chain to close. Close also means shaping your chain, making sure it has the right curve and the double stitch lays flat and are equal on both sides. Okay, on both sides. So now turn. Like I said, ball thread, needle thread. I'm going to do it in this view for this part. We'll go back later when I start to the ring. Okay. We turn like a page of a book, like this. We saw that earlier in the zoom. Okay. The thread cross. I'm going to take my needle, go under the thread that's the farthest and towards me. Okay. Oops. Trying not to make it turn. Let's undo that and do it again. See? I also undo my stuff. Okay? So I'm going to turn it. You see the crossing there going under the thread. Okay? Going to hold it so it doesn't go all around the place. Like this. Let me pass it. Okay? And it's going to make a shoelace knot. Okay? Or a flat knot. I think that's the other word. So I'm going to pull it, as you can see, I'm pulling both sides equally and making sure that it lays flat, okay? I know I might be far, sorry about that, but it needs to lay flat, like I said, same direction. And you can see it lays, it doesn't go like this, okay? You need to put it really flat, okay? You can tighten it because that knot is going to prevent your chain from getting more space and change shape. Donc, en français, quand j'ai tourné, j'ai passé l'arrière pour s'assurer de descendre vraiment droit, notre nœud, et de le serrer. La raison est, c'est ça qui garde la forme. C'est ça qui va rester puis te permettre que le travail reste uniforme. Okay? So, let's have a look at the second ring. Let me close this one. Up there, everybody knows that? I need to put that in the zoom shot also. Okay. Now, all the ring, the second chain, third, and so forth, up till the fifth ring and chain are all going to be the same, like there, like this, okay? So everybody sees this up there? Let me get ready to go back to the Zoom again, because we're going to start Mavis, you think you're thank you. You're brushing up on your French. Well, English and French, from French Canadian and Americans, we kind of need to understand some of our words. So, yeah. But when I teach in French, all of the term I teach, I do give them in French, but I usually use the English term with a French accent. So, so, so everybody can understand, and it's easier. And beside, tatting term in French are lacking in so many ways. They're missing words and for techniques. So let's go in the Zoom. Hopefully. Okay. Let me go back there. Okay. So again, got my ball thread and my thread from the needle. When I'm going to start a ring, I need to place, and this is going to be very awkward for many of you, slippery and frustrating. I do understand, but with time, you're going to get better, okay? You need to place your needle in the groove below the head of the double stitch and above the leg. I'm going to try to go closer, okay? Off, 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 off. No, the other way. Off. Here we go. Okay. Can you see the groove? Our ear. That's the head of the double stitch. That's the leg. Okay. I'm going to place it just there. Okay. I'm going to do the first half. And when I'm going to do it, I'm going to pull it a bit over the knot that we do with the self-close with the shoelace straight. And I'm going to do the second one. So when I'm going to let go of the ring, because I was holding it, see, there's no gap. Okay, I'm going to do it again in French. Donc, quand on est prêt à repartir un anneau ou une chaîne, à partir d'une chaîne, on va placer l'aiguille dans le milieu, juste à la base des têtes de double nœud. Donc, Comme ça, on va faire notre premier mouvement, puis on va essayer de le coller le plus possible pour, sur le dessus du nœud de lacet qu'on vient de faire. Deuxième mouvement. Comme ça, quand je vais lâcher, il n'y a pas de gap, il n'y a pas d'espace. Okay? So, let's do slowly for double stitch. That's 3. On fait nos 4 double nœuds. My hooks on the other side. So, let's make a join because we are joining. Okay? Normal join. Take the hook, insert inside of the picot. And this is where it's important to understand. Let me go back. Okay? When your ring and your project lays flat, okay, it's easy to join, but sometimes it will twist. So make sure to place your first ring because the first ring is the one kind of giving us a headache by sometimes, okay, because it can twist like this. And if we join it like this, the chain's going to have a twist when it's joined and it's going to stay there. It won't look good. So we actually need to place the first ring in this position, making sure that the double stitch of the chain are on the right side, no twist in there. Then what we do is we grab our hook, pass through the picot, grab the thread behind, as if I'm going to be able to do that like that. So I'm going to say it in French. I'll answer that Mavis shortly, okay? En français, quand on vient pour joindre, il faut vraiment s'assurer que la tête de nos double nœuds de notre chaîne soit dans la bonne position, qu'il n'y ait aucune torsade ou aucun twist, il faut vraiment qu'elle soit en bonne position. Le joint normal, c'est on va chercher le fil à l'arrière en passant le oups. Comme ça. Après ça, on le place sur l'aiguille. So most of you should be able to do join, but I'll do it in English. I just did it in French. So when everything is in position, okay, as it should, take the hook, top to bottom, grab the thread, pull it up, bring it to the needle. Okay? Don't want to close that early. So Mavis is asking, is it bad to use a needle to join the ring? No, it's not. But at some point, you're going to need to use a crochet hook. Okay? Because the pattern I'm doing, the picot are fine to use to join with the needle. But when you have really tiny picot, you're going to need a crochet hook. Okay? So it's easy to start learning to use them. Okay? Then to learn to use them when you're doing a difficult pattern later on. So that's why I'm teaching and I'm explaining how to use the hook instead of the needle. Okay? And there are some time that there's some that you cannot bend the needle to do the join, like some folded join. So you need to grab the hook to be able to grab the thread and pull it on. Does that answer your question, Mavis? So now, what I want you to see when you're joining, I twisted, okay. When you put your thread on, you need to make sure the thread, okay, the loop isn't twisted It's important, okay? The ball thread's coming from this side, and the thread coming from the last double stitch is on the top, okay? When you're going to close that gap, we need to be careful of not of that closing that loop. We need to be careful not to have a gap. Quand on place le fil pour faire un joint, vous portez attention qu'il n'y a pas de twist dans la loupe. Le fil part du dernier double nœud, rentre à l'intérieur, part de l'avant vers l'arrière et ressort vers. Okay? So we're going to tight. Remember I said snug the thread on the needle, and you need to snug it to the last double stitch. Okay? Going to do that again so you can see. Okay? When you're closing, close your loop tight to the needle, snug to it. Okay? And then you're going to pull by hold your ring. You need to hold it. Okay? And bring it close, really close to the last double stitch you made. Okay? Yes, Marsha, it was twisted. That's why I redid it. Okay? Now, here's a little tip. When you're going to do your next double stitch, okay? Pull it tight and play with your ring, your double stitch on your needle, okay? Because as you can see here the gap? That's what we need to prevent. So we need to pull like tighter, okay? Let's do the second one. Pour ceux en français, il faut porter attention quand on fait le joint ici pour que ça rentre bien, que l'espace soit égal. Okay. So, can I keep going? Normal. So, if I keep going, let me go back and zoom. That's 4 double stitch. Where's my gauge? Here. Again, I'm doing my picot. So that's one. Okay. So I got my sequence for my ring. What I'm going to do is I pinch my last double stitch I did, and I try to pull my thumb over the rest of the project to hold it in place as I try to take the thread off and make my ring. Remember, it's a ring. Don't let go of that little loop, because if you do, you're going to be back to a chain. We're making a ring. Okay? So, again, take my needle, put it in the loop, put the thread off. I don't close the ring completely, the thread all the way. I'm going to tighten the loop very closely, okay? And you're going to feel it. When you're going to pull that loop out, you're going to feel it that you cannot pull anymore. Okay? So when that's done, you're going to pull the thread towards you, shape your ring. Okay? I'm going to pinch it, pull tight, and then there's my second ring. Okay? So if I want to show you the last ring, I should tat faster, right? So let's go to the down shot. And if you have any question while I do that, please, 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 don't be shy. So I'll go a bit faster. Yes, with time and practice, you'll be able to do this a lot with ease. Okay? So let's do chain two. Okay. Sharon is saying, thank you for showing how to avoid gap between ring and chain. You are welcome. Uh, we don't see that a lot, and many don't talk about it. Um, Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 6. Many, not sure why. Maybe because it's instinct. We go with the flow, and we don't understand why we are doing that. So again, closing my chain, doing tight. Let me do my shoelace trick again. No, this is not the way I showed you. I know, but I want to go fast. I want to do I want you to compare stuff. Let me go down in the zoom. Let me grab those small one that we saw at the beginning. And hopefully you'll understand what I was talking about, okay? Let me please. Okay, like this. Um, okay. Remember those small motifs? Those are shuttle made, not needle made. Okay. Remember the gap, the way the finishing between both chain and the gap. As you can see, needle tatting is exactly the same as this, as the one here. Can you see it? Might be difficult, but that's what I wanted to show. If we compare needle tatting to shuttle tatting, we need to compare the right techniques together. We cannot compare our normal ring that are self-close mock ring with true rings and needle or normal ring and shuttle. We cannot compare. We need to compare the same thing with the same thing. Okay? So let's go back. I'm going to work fast, hopefully. So here's another tip. You know, when we leave our project like this, What do we do to make sure that we're going to work correctly and nothing's going to twist? I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to pull the thread, okay, and make sure that everything lays flat like this. Okay. So I was going to say less talking, more working, but if I do that, I'm going to make you all fall asleep. Oops. By the way, I have a question for every one of you while I do this. What type of project do you like working on? Is it small motif? Is it dollies? Is it what would you like to work on? Because I'm trying to work something for you so you can practice what we've learned, but I'm kind of wondering what to do. Okay, seasonal thing. Anything else? Bookmark? Yeah, bookmark. Bookmark is can be seasonal if you choose the right color. Uh, but it could be great practice. Hey, Marsha, you usually do medium-sized dolly. You enjoy bookmarks, snowflakes. Okay. Jackie, you like flowers? What type? When I mean what type, is it 3D? Is it simple like Sammy showed a couple of weeks ago? Because yeah, there's earrings. Some of you are kind of wondering when are we going to start our tatting journal. Uh, we will start it. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I am kind of working samples for working to put in the tatting journal because just give me a few seconds. Because we need to have some exercise. So yeah, I'm working on that. And did you know that there's a difference between a tatting journal and a tatting sample book? Anyone can give me the difference? Well, Jackie, simple to some extent because I want you all to be able to practice what I teach you. So give me a few seconds. Yeah, I know, Anna, you started, but you got some tips and some stuff privately that not everybody did get the chance to do it. Uh, Stack double stitch row. What do you mean, Mary? Mavis, a simple book. Yes, a simple book is motif that you done. Um, Basically, is before you start working with uh, a pattern. Let's say you're doing a dolly. It's nice to make a swatch or a sample to be sure that about your tension and what you're going to change. And what you can do with that is you can put it in a sample book. A tatting journal is all of the ins and outs, tips that you need to do a certain techniques. Okay. And you can have in your tatting journal all of the abbreviation, technical terms, because they are terms that um, differ from a place to another, but they mean the same thing. Okay. Yes, I'm going fast. And by the way, what I'm doing, the way I'm working right now, is the way I usually work on my own when I'm not teaching. Okay. Because I do have some works that I don't want to show you, so you don't learn them. So, yeah. Okay. When I teach you all a technique or how to needle that, I try to leave all of my quirks in the other room so I don't show you them, because we all going to develop our own quirks when working, and it's normal. Now, the project here, I'm going to fold it a bit, okay, because it's in my way, and I'm trying to keep going, okay? You can fold your project the way you want, the way it gets you to be easy to do what you have to do. Whoops, wrong call. It's four double stitch. It's a ring. There we go. Again, my project is getting bigger. I'm going to fold it to be able to hold it and then pull. Make sure to close that loop. Okay. Before I shape my ring, I'm going to pull everything back in shape and tighten it under the pocket. Oh, really? Hey, I'm doing the fifth chain. Okay, Mary, what you're asking of chain with a row of double stitch in chain, though that's called block tatting. Um, Catherine will the Catherine wheel also, not the joint, the wheel. It's it's a technique, but we need to understand how to do the lock joint. Mm, sorry about that. The lock joint. So we'll see. We'll look into that. So how many of you are still following? Because now I have a question. Me do my last shoelace trick. Okay. How many rings and chain do I have?
Yeah, I know the same on the car, guys. It was about, it was for you, I think.
Maybe Sharon, that Mary is thinking about a rosette. Block tatting also, chain sit on top of a chain. Nice. So are you ready to see the last one? Because the last one, let me put that off. We got two joints. And I know some of you is going to be wondering, are we doing a folded join? So we'll talk a bit about that. Mary, about your chain, if you have any image or something on in your mind, you know how to contact me. Send it by Facebook, and I'll look at it. Okay. So let's start our last ring. Okay. Last ring. I did my shoelace trick. So see, can you see my threads come pulling towards me, and the other one? That's not going to lay flat. Okay. So I really need to make sure it lays flat. Okay. So let's do our first double stitch. Do our join. Everybody knows how to do that join, right? Pulling over, folding everything because it's in the way. Going to do the second part, which is for double stitch again. And I need to, okay. Now I need to join to this picot. Remember when we did the folded joint, the picot was up there on top, but that's not the case. The picot to join is exactly at the place where it should be. So it's going to be a normal join. Okay, so grab it. Oops. There you go. Again. And let's finish our last. Going to fold again because it's in the way. And the four last double stitch.
Gunshot.
Okay. Unfold it. pinch everything in place. Keeping my loop, closing the loop, making sure it's tight and it's there. Then I'm pulling again towards me, shaping my ring. Oops, was I off screen?
I'm going to prepare myself for the intensive insult.
It's fine, Mary. Don't worry. Good. Can you see? Now, I need to do the same thing. I'm going to take the project, turn it, do my shoelace trick,
I'm sure he'll respond.
making sure it lays flat. And yes, when you're doing, sometimes your chain is going to be on the way and it's going to make it go behind like this. If this happens, what you can do is just bring it towards you and like this. It's going to lay in place. Okay? So let's do our last chain. So that's 6 double stitch. A picot.
Wait a minute.
That's 4, 5, and 6. Let's close our chain.
Hold on, don't damage him. I have a few ideas.
Now we have our last chain done, and we need to join it to the first ring. Okay? For those who are not just beginners but have some knowledge, do I do a shoelace trick at the end of the chain before doing the join at the base of the first ring? I'm going to wait for that answer because I really want you to give me your thoughts on that. Pour en français, la dernière chaîne, un coup qu'elle est faite, est-ce qu'il faut faire un nœud de lacet à la fin de la dernière chaîne avant de joindre à la base la première anneau ou non? Vous pouvez répondre dans les commentaires en bas.
I ended the mission.
Anyone?
Sorry.
Give me a few seconds. Oops, sorry about that. Sharon, why is the shoelace trick not needed? I really want to hear your the answer to this one because there's some different type of mindset Okay. And I want to understand. Actually, Mary, you're the shoelace trick at the end. It's what I'm asking. You agree? No knots? Mavis, no knots? I know, Sharon. I'm not saying that it's bad. That's not what I'm saying. Is that there's so many information and ways to do it that I want to know what you learned for those who learn it from somebody else. Okay? Many do not do the shoelace trick at the end of a chain when they join at the ring. Okay? I'm going to show you something. Okay? Oh, you didn't? Okay. If I join needle, it's simple. We take our needle and we pass at the base. I'm going to undo it anyway, so at the base where, okay? If we do it like that, yes, it's going to bring our, it's going to get your, sorry, I'm losing my word right now. Uh, it's going to do the job, okay? The chain is joined at the base. If I tie a knot there, okay, and I my ends, and at some point in time, something happens because you don't have that amount of thread inside of the double stitch. The knot behind break. So we're going to have about this, okay? So that space here, what's going to happen is that the double stitch is going to change shape because it has space to move on, okay? So that's why, let me unthread that. That's why I always do a shoelace trick at the end of the last chain. Oops. So that if something happens, it doesn't unreveal itself and it stopped there. So I shape my chain, I do my shoelace trick. Okay. Make it flat again. Then there's different way you can join at the base of the ring. Okay. Or this doesn't, okay, like this. You can take, whoops, let me thread my needle again. You can either, okay, grab your hook, go inside at the bottom where you did actually it's exactly where you did the shoelace trick between the first ring and, okay, and you could do a normal join, or you can take your needle, turn it over, go just at the base. Let me go in the zoom, zoom. Am I there? Too far, too far, too far. There we go. Okay. Just at the base. Can you see here? Let me go up, up, up. Yes. Just at the base between the ring, the foot, and the chain. Just there. Okay. Pass your needle in. pull everything out. Sorry for my fingers. I'm trying to get in Zoom, but I'm fighting my thread right now. Like this. All right, not in Zoom again. Let me cut the thread because we have too much anyway. Ball thread is short. Let me undo what I just did. So you can see. Okay. I need to join in between here. Everybody got that? Off camera again. Here. I'm okay. Stop moving. Not working. That's all. Okay. So you're going to join here. Just at the bottom. Okay. It's exactly where the shoelace trick still. Let me pass. Okay. Hopefully you're going to see where I pass my needle. Okay. It's exactly at the bottom. Still not good. Go down instead of up. That's better. Can you see now? I really need to learn working with that Zoom. You're now I feel really clumsy. Okay. Is it better now? Can you see? Let's do first things first. When you're done and you did your shoelace trick, okay, we don't need all of the thread. So you can cut your thread. And so that's up, okay? You're going to thread your needle. Let's thread the needle again because I cut the thread. You can use any type of needle. I usually use tapestry needle with the right size because I know tapestry has different size. And right now, come on, go inside. Just fighting my needle and my. Okay, got it. Okay, here we go. So you need to join in the middle here. Everybody see my needle where it is? My hook's going to point there. Okay. I'm going to pass it through, all the way through. The thread that I'm using to pass there is the core thread. Whoops. Okay. When that's done, okay, flip it over. Make simple knot. Well, double it. It's basically the same as the shoelace trick. I usually double it, and that one didn't work well. Yes, I'm keeping the needle, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so my knot's done. My project's finished. Remember, I showed you how to hide ends. Sometimes you can hide your ends with your tatting needle. So you just need to go inside of a cap. Let me Sometimes it doesn't work like today, but just you can use your needle to hide your ends. So let's go back. See, I'm going to show you it like that. Okay, let me turn it over like this, like this. And you see? Okay, the blue one, it's with size 3 unclip thread. And in needle tatting, the one here, up here, is shuttle tatted in size 10 thread with self-close mark ring and chain. And this one down here is shuttle tatted the normal way. How do you like it? I'm going to make you all dizzy. How do you like that? Can you see the difference? See? The chain looks a lot more like the self-close mark ring done with the shuttle than if we compare it to the normal ring and chain in the shuttle. Okay, so we really need to compare our work with the work that that shuttle tatting do. So let me go back up. Well, up, down shut. I'm going to give you close this, and that's right. There you go. So if you want to take a screenshot, here's the full pattern with the term and symbol. I'm going to leave it like this for a few. Well, 6 ring, the motif Mary has 6 ring, not 5. The motif that's there can be done with 4 ring, 5 ring, 6 ring, 8 ring. It's a versatile motif medallion, and you can play with it. You can change, you can add type of picots. You can add more or less ring and chain. You can work with it. Just have fun. Uh, I'm glad you learned, Sharon, something today. Uh, that's my goal. Um, I had last week a lot of questions. I'm going to go back up. Let me do this. Hi there, I'm back. Last week, a lot of you sent me some comment um, with difficulty, with tension. Why the first ring looks always larger than the rest of the pattern, chain not laying flat. So I wanted to teach you today how to work it and make you see why we need to learn the basic techniques and how the thread works and how to work with it, so it's easy for us to move to more complicated techniques. So I really do hope that you like today. um, you can send those on the mailing list can send me their project. You can, those who are on the online tatting class, Steven, can you post me the link, please? Um, you can post on Facebook, but to do that, you need to register on the web page. And when that's registered, then you can go post in the tatting online class. That's the two place for now that we can share with everyone. Like I said, I'm starting. I have about not yet 2 months on this channel teaching, and there's a lot of stuff behind the scene that I need to take care and understand. So yeah. Um, oh, one more thing. This, that dolly that's behind me, huh? You see this? It's based on this. Not the same count stitch, but it's this. The center is made with this. So if we need to work with basic, when we learn this, we can start doing stuff like this. Because in this center, let me look again. That that center has ring, chain, join, lock join. Yeah, that's it. And lock join. Yes, Steven. Nope. I still need to work the lock join. Yes, with last session we did learn the lock join, but this session we didn't look at it. Yeah. So right now there's a lot of pattern that you can do. You just need to look at it and study it. Make sure you can understand what's going on. Yes, we are going to have a full class about how to read different type of pattern, meaning the old ones, the new one, diagram, what it means for needle tatters, because when we look at what is written on patterns, we look at them and we're going, our brain, and it's normal, our brain's going, well, it's done for shuttle tatting. How am I supposed to do that? I need to transpose everything for for needle tatting. And that's quite not true. It is, but not in the same manner that most people think. If we take today, just what we did it with the self-closed mock ring, okay? Because those ring are our normal ring in needle, okay? But for shuttle tatter, it's their normal ring. So we need to adapt and understand what type of rings they're doing. There's a designer, Anna, saying that there's a designer that has a dolly based on small medallion like that one. We made the one. Anna, I do not have enough fingers on my hand to say all of the designer I've seen with doing pattern based on this. So yes, please do. There's a lot because this one is based on a very old book. Please share the name. That I'm not sharing their pattern. You'll need to have a look. Yes, Mavis. Remember in the beginning of the class, I said I was going to work on a book, an old book. Do I have the link, Stephen, up close because mine's not open. First book, Frivolité, if I remember correctly. The one, Stephen, the one who has the second first motif. Uh, tu- tu- tu. Oh yeah, but that's a, I know you're talking about Adaigo. Okay, by my client. That's not for beginners. I'll be honest. That is really not for beginners. You need to learn and understand what you're doing. There's a lot of small detail and technique. It's a great pattern to practice those techniques, but you need to know them before. Yeah, the DMC one. That
I would say you
gimme,
bring it with that's your usual.
gimme 2 seconds. Um, oops, wrong key. Use it's the one I work with. Gimme Thérèse de Dilmont. Okay, it's the one with Thérèse de Dilmont. Yeah, I want to open it also. Give me the motif, and yes, it's my count. It's not the count of the book, but in that link that or or something, but all of those you can do a curtains with that. You can do a lamp shade cover with them. You could do what else? An insertion for your a pillow. You could do a shawl with it. So yeah, I said I was going to work with that book because it's free, and you're able to look at it and you're able to work some piece into it. The way it's explained, it's kind of easy. So everything's going, yeah, tablecloth, shawl. You can have fun with that motif, but that's medallion is a basic one. We find that everywhere with a lot of base. It's a base motif. Okay. Yes, my clients do beautiful work, beautiful pattern, but they are challenging if you do not know your technique. And honestly, looking at the pattern, saying it's beautiful, And oh, I'm going to do it without knowing the techniques. uh, you're not going to, you're going to learn, but you're going to struggle also. New tatting modern lace motif and from Tomoko Morimoto. Not quite the same motif, true, but there's a lot of motif. It's the base. And at some point, tatting, what wasn't tatting way back when, is still up to date today. We just need to understand how to rework it and redo it. Is there any questions? Please, the link of the book that Stephen shared, and I forgot to pin it. Give me. Okay. On the top of the comment where your the chat, there's a link there. That's the book. Look at it. There's a lot of small motifs that right now you can actually do in that book. Okay, go around and look at it. Send me what you did. This is stuff that you can put in your tatting journal and in your sample book. And it's, some of them are small that you can put on cards, on paper, and I'm losing my word, and frame picture frames. So have fun, look around, get inspired, but make sure you're using what is free in the antique pattern library when you're doing your work. Don't go using other people's pattern. That's not okay. Okay. So if there's no more question, because we're it's over 5 o'clock already. Uh, hope you had fun. I didn't see the time pass. Yeah, and I did do hope that you did learn something, some trick. Next week, I have no clue what we're going to be looking at or working at. False. I have some clue. I'm not sure which one we're going to go uh, doing next week. So I think that's it. You're welcome, Randy. Glad you. I'm really glad if I was able to teach you and you something and help you progress with your tatting. I'm really glad. Uh, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up also are really appreciated. They don't cost you much beside of a click. Also, please go comment in the comments if you have questions. General question, go there. Okay. If you have more in-depth question, you got the email for the mailing list. Send your question at the same place. Or if you're on the Facebook group with the Tatting online class, go there. I'll go answer. So, Mavis, it was fun. See you next week. Bearing deaf or dismember. Why bearing deaf or dismemberment? You're you're funny. That no, I don't. I want everybody alive with all of their members,
It has to be someone who can trust.
their hands, their feet, their legs, their arms, their heads. Yeah, everybody.
What is the name of your lich fire?
And we have limbs also. So please enjoy, practice. Um, if you're struggling with what we've learned today, just try to do one that you've learned, not all of them at the same time. It's going to be easier, and then progress adding one more. So, shake. Oh, don't worry about the shaky hands. I told you that, Mary. So, thank you, everyone. Hopefully, those who are going to be on the replay is going to enjoy. Welcome, and thank you, everyone, for being with me and watching. See you all next week. Bye bye.